to follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
This hour is sponsored by Better. Better Picks, the daily fantasy sports app where your sports knowledge turns into real cash fast. Download Better. Visit better.app now. Sign up today. Get your free money and no deposit necessary. Better.app.
Good hour on tap here as well. Real or Fugazi coming up in 15 minutes. Matt Youmans on the program. Best bets in the NFL and college football for the weekend. And our best bets in pocket plays coming up a little bit later on as well. Pauly, now to the basketball card that we have tonight. Spurs are taking on the Lakers in Los Angeles. The overnight number was LA -3. That has since vanished, and Austin Reeves will not be playing in the game, unfortunately, for the Lakers here. I don't know. Now that it's like a pick'em, do you want to come in on the Lakers and think, hey, they're going to be fine? They just did this the other night without Austin Reeves and without Luka, and they scored a ton of points and they won the game outright?
Yeah, I don't think they'll have an answer for Luka and what he's doing, this historic start that he's off to with the 41, 13, and 8 that he's averaging. So it's a big opportunity here for the Spurs, and also the year Wemby's having and the start he's off to. If anything, these Laker totals have been scoring a ton of points.
Right.
That's another one as well. But I would think over in this one, and who's going to help out Luka? What does Ayton do?
It's a good point.
I don't know what Ayton's going to be able to do with the big man down low, and if we'll bother to go down low. And can I get something from Hachimura? That's the thing that scares me. All these guys just went off. Are they going to do it again? Unlikely. Hachimura had 28. Ayton had 29. Nick Smith, never 25 points, out-of-body experience. I don't know if they're going to do that again, even though Luka's going to give you good shots and set you up.
Do you think Ayton and the other guys like Hachimura are going to want to challenge Wemby close to the rim at all?
No chance.
I was going to say, because if they actually do want to kind of prove a point tonight, don't you want to be on like his blocks prop over in this game? Maybe with a ladder. There are certain teams that love to try to get to the rack. JVT was all over this. It was last week, I think. The Pelicans were a team. He's like, yeah, they try to get to the rim a lot. And he laddered his blocks prop, and he had 9, I think, in that game. That's the kind of team that I think that you need to focus on when this guy's playing, because he can, that books have that prop out there. Like, will he have a quadruple double this year? At some point in his career, I think he's probably going to land on one of those.
Yep. I think it's a game to in play. See what it looks like first, and see what the tempo's like in the first quarter as well, and just and go from there. San Antonio number 2 in defense in the league with the efficiency numbers, and the Lakers off to this great start, and so are the Spurs. It's a great game tonight, and a valid point you raised earlier that thank God this isn't the 8 o'clock start time that they did last night.
No kidding. How about this?
That tough. That's brutal on the East Coast.
Oh, it really is.
Stand no chance.
His so DraftKings offers blocks and steals, right? The combo. He's 5.5 tonight. Over is plus 114. That's a typical number for him.
Yeah.
Usually the blocks will be 3.5, like minus 150 over, or maybe some books actually go to 4.5 on the blocks.
I was thinking under 1.5 threes because he's changed his game.
Yeah.
But he might want to jack some up and impress the crowd tonight. So.
I'm with you. I can't wait just to watch this game. We learned a lot of players who are going to be out tonight for Oklahoma City. It's a back-to-back for them. They were so good in the second half against the Clippers on the road last night. The opener here was OKC 5. That has since come down. There is no Lou Dort in this game tonight for Oklahoma City. And Chet Holmgren is also out of this game. And the other player is Alex Caruso, listed as out. And this number was 4, basically, when the show started. This news has been now set in stone for the game, and it has not moved, still at 4.
Yeah. This one's tough. Just because how talented this team is. Doesn't matter who's out. Still winning games. Blew out L.A. again, the Clippers. And then the average margin of victory, which is better than what it was last year when they set the record. This is a pass. I don't have an opinion on this one. Down to 3.5 at DraftKings.
All right. How about Oklahoma City money line? Minus 160 in that neighborhood, minus 170.
I don't know what to make of Portland. They blew out the Lakers on the road,
right?
And then you're a 10-point favorite at home, and then you couldn't guard anybody in that game.
I want to like them a lot, but
and then also OKC number 1 in defense. You got a total of 230. That's another one in here.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll focus on other games and again with these props.
Here's one. The Wolves are playing at the Knicks in the Garden.
AI projections have Ant going under.
Way under.
Yes.
Way under. Well, first game, no, he's probable now. He's been upgraded here. And this game tips off in the next, hour, 90 minutes? So, yeah, they have him going way under 26.5 points. Now, he's back from the hammy, so be careful with this. I will point out that, and as we said earlier, some guys go off, they thrive, they want to play in New York. It's a big showcase game for them. Last year in New York, Anthony Edwards had 36 points, 13 rebounds, hit 8 threes. He also hit 8 threes in a preseason game last year at the Garden. And the year before that, they played on New Year's Day. He had 35, and he made 4 threes in that game. This has been a very good spot for him. And obviously, he is a very, I was going to say cocky, but I don't know if that's the right word because I love how much he talks trash. So for him to go off in a spot like this, playing in front of that crowd, I think means quite a bit to him. Yep. But also, Towns, you brought this up earlier too. What are we going to do? DiVincenzo? Now, this is a year and a half removed from the trade, but does it still mean something there to those guys involved?
Absolutely.
I think
Plus,
so too.
We'll play these Randall props anyways. I mean, it's a big game for Randall, and he's on a nice run with his points prop over on the season, 6-1. And there was another category too. He's 6-1. All my notes, but
points and rebounds.
I think it is, yeah. But also DiVincenzo as well. I'm not going to put you off that as well. As I mentioned many times, the numbers haven't caught up with the Heat. Are we getting there now? With the Miami Heat of all teams changing their team offense, bringing a new assistant to call the plays. Number one in pace, a 241 total against Denver. Again, Bam's taking threes. You can go over Bam plus 1.5 made threes at plus money. 146 to 114, 125 to 121, 144 to 117, 130 to 120, 120 to 119, and that game died against the Clippers. I still think, it's a big total now, but it's Denver, and it's also the Denver Nuggets. So I would still say with this pace that they're playing at and how they're shooting threes, and Jaquez props as well. The AI prop projections love Jaquez over, and he's on a nice run with what he's doing. I would say over in this game as well and continue to keep an eye on Jaquez, Bam threes, and the Miami Heat.
Right. So the numbers that Pauly has been referencing there, the Opta AI numbers, the projections are available. VSiN.com/NBA props is a spot where you can go check out. And they basically have all these props that you can bet on, and they have projections for pretty much every single player. The 76ers are playing at the Cavaliers. How did Philadelphia blow that game last night? Up by 20-plus points in the second half. Giddey went absolutely bonkers. Guy's awesome. He is now the short shot on the board to win the most improved player in the entire league. Maxey went off again last night. He hit 6 threes. So the Cavaliers are on a bunch of rest here. They are 12-1 straight up and 11-2 ATS on 2 days rest in the scenario since December of last year. They have crushed it. But laying a big number here against a Philadelphia team again, Embiid looks, can I say it's almost over with the guy? Or is that too harsh?
You think he's cooked?
He's getting there.
Okay.
He's getting there. Philadelphia is also 3-16 straight up, 4-15 ATS, playing in their third game in 4 days since last season. The guy that I'm on tonight is Sam Merrill. I believe he's been upgraded to probable now here for the Cavaliers. From deep, I played him much earlier today and put it on the picks page at vsin.com. Over 2.5 was even money so far this year. Now, he's, again, back from an injury, but 5 of 10, 6 of 10, 4 of 9. And in the game where he got banged up, he only played 18 minutes, but he was still 3 of 6 from downtown. He loves to chuck it up from deep. I think this is a guy who's going to average 9, 10 threes a game. In fact, I took 2 guys earlier today, some small bets at Caesars. They offer which player will lead the league in three-pointers made per game. That's the way it's stated. I took Maxey at 30, and I took Merrill at 50-1. Curry's going to be difficult to beat, but I want a guy who's going to take 10-plus threes a game. Maxey qualifies as of right now, and I think Merrill will as long as he stays healthy.
Well, just like A.J. Green, I think you got to keep riding the Oubre stuff. And Oubre is 7-0 to the over with his threes prop. He's 1.5 tonight. And he's 6-1 over his points, rebounds, and assists prop as well is what this guy's doing and delivering on a night-in, night-out basis. Come back with that.
I wish I would have been on this one like 3 or 4 games ago, much like the A.J. Green thing.
Maxey 6-1 overrun with his threes.
Oh, and
he's taking them.
He'll take 5 threes in a quarter in the first quarter to begin the game.
Yeah, right. And the other one, like A.J. Green, but in the other direction, is Klay Thompson, which we've talked about his personal life and definitely jealous of what he's got going on there. But he is.
Oh, you don't say.
He is. I can't believe she showed up to the game courtside without a bra, like Sue Ellen Mishke showing up there.
I can. I would have bet on that, actually.
I can't believe she did that. There's kids around. I mean, come on.
What do you care about kids for?
I can't believe she showed up, though, front.
Oh, stop it.
Come on. You can see everything right there.
How do you think she was going to show up? In a parka? With a mask on? Who's this lady sitting front court?
Hanging out there. Anyways, Klay, every game he's gone under his points prop, and he's also 6-1 under his threes prop. Nothing's going in for him on the court.
Hey, Klay, just retire.
Yeah. You made plenty of money.
I mean,
he does well. Come on. They bought a house together, though, I think. So
they're moving fast and furious.
They are a little too quick, right? Doesn't.
It's not going to last. Get in there. Probably they still got a chance. I would think. Yeah. I will say, as amazing as she looked at that game sitting courtside, she still looked better when she threw out the first pitch at that Astros game.
You think so?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, the pants, right?
Oh, Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
She jumped out of a 30-story building to get into those pants, I think, that night.
You like the caboose? You caboose man?
Hi, my name is Mitch. Good to meet you.
Good for you, buddy. Get after it.
Up next, how about this? Reports suggest a really good team is in the mix for Tarek Skubal in the offseason. Real or Fugazi coming up.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard are here to make you a friend of ours.
That would mean you were made guy.
Investigating what is and isn't legit.
That's a Fugazi. All right? That's a Fugazi. I looked at it for 2 seconds.
Seeing through the lines to make you a better.
I know you know. And I know you know I know you know.
The FTM Army is being sent for.
In our thing, you get sent for, you go in alive, you come out dead. And it's your best friend that does.
These two wise guys would never steer you wrong.
Forget about it.
This is Real or Fugazi on Follow the Money.
Forget about it. All right, so this is based on the conversation earlier with Jeff Sherman at the Westgate, and Ed made the number. I want no part of 12-1. The Cowboys will make the NFC title game in Jerry's lifetime, who's 83 years old. Is that real or Fugazi?
Oh, you're real. 10 or 12-1. And I get it. What Ed did over there, as Jeff explained earlier in the show, is that he did the math on it, right? Life expectancy, and then he broke down their average Super Bowl odds, and then odds to win the conference. So it was a great job out of him.
Yeah.
I couldn't take 12-1.
30 years they haven't made the NFC title game.
If he lives for another 30 years, he won't make it back.
Not how he's running things.
No, not like this.
He's all about the sizzle. He just wants to. It's like our guy R.J. Choppy said, who's on the Fan there, and said he just cares about what the team's worth and valued at in selling merchandise. He doesn't care about playoff wins.
Can you believe a guy with that power actually says that? And that's exactly right, actually.
For him
to have that mentality,
he's a flat-out liar too. At least on the document. Have you watched it still? I love it. The documentary on Netflix.
Oh, I forgot.
You asked me what I would give up for another Super Bowl, and whatever it would take, please. The kids are out. The kids get nothing when I pass away. You're lying. You're lying. It's a lie.
No, of course it is.
Because some of the trades you make, and then you won't hire a general manager, and you won't bring in a top-notch head coach.
That's exactly right. If he actually meant that, then somebody else would be the GM. He would not talk to the media every freaking day of the year, by the way, and have weekly radio spots. And he would have, Belichick, whomever, over the years, he kept Knucklehead, the clapper, for 9 years. Yeah. 9!
Yeah.
He was terrible.
Yeah. The writing's on the wall. The ACC's only going to get one team in. Real or Fugazi?
Oh, I firmly believe that is real.
Yeah.
How is Miami 18th and Notre Dame is 10?
Can't believe that.
That's an insult. I mean, come on.
They lost to a top 20 team at home, but they Beck threw 4 interceptions. I mean, it's It was a fluke game. I just they're pretty much saying Miami has no shot.
Right, pretty much.
Even if they run the table, and they still have Pitt on the schedule.
To put them 18th overall. Why? What's the scenario where the ACC
Well,
gets 2 teams?
Well, look at where Virginia's at too.
I know.
That's another one. I mean, Virginia's not in the top 12, but they're in because the conference champ they would have to take.
Right.
Okay. I know we respect them. I'm a little bit concerned that Mitch once sat down with a valet driver and he said, "Oh yeah, I go through every car." Oh, absolutely. But we have to have an agreement on one thing. Don't mess with my seats. It's not like I'm Wembanyama here. I'm 6 feet tall. It can't be that long of a drive. Don't mess with my seats. I like it just how I want it. Real or Fugazi?
I'm going to say that's Fugazi because you're not Wembanyama. What if the valet driver is 6'8"?
He's not, though. The guy who moved it wasn't.
Well, you're speaking now about one specific person here.
Okay.
In general, you might have...
But it's happened a couple times, so we can go that route.
Okay, yeah, because there might be a valet driver out there.
If the guy's tall, I'll let it
Sure,
slide.
or could flip it. The guy might be 5'4". I don't know. And he can't. What if he can't reach the pedals? What do you want him to do? Then he should be able to adjust the seat so he can drive. I would say this: put it back. Put the seat back when you get out.
That's right.
That would be my play if I'm a valet driver. I'll tell that story. Oh my God, this goes back probably 20 years ago.
When they lost your car?
That's another story.
The guy.
Oh my God.
When the guy flat out says it. Yeah.
There's a big group of people. I think it was Cheesecake Factory at Caesar's Palace. We had a table of 15 people probably, somebody's birthday. There was like 3 or 4 guys, I don't know who they were. Guys telling the story, yeah, I've been valet here for a while. I'm like, do you go through every single car? He goes, 100%. He doesn't know who I am.
Yeah, right.
And he announced it to the entire table.
What does he take?
I think, was he the guy who said he would
take a quarter from every
single car?
Who's going to notice? Brilliant.
Yeah, right.
Genius.
That may have been somebody else, but that line was absolutely uttered out there before.
I remember the local news did a sting operation one. They kept they had the camera in the vehicle, and they caught the guy red-handed. Sure. He was going through the cars and taking.
Now, the story of when I got the car lost in valet, how do you like this? We pull up. We're going to a show that night at Mandalay Bay, and I throw the guy 20 on my way out. And he's like, would you like me to keep it close? I'm like, yeah, of course, that would be great if you can. We come out. I'm amazing at leaving events when they're about to end to beat the crowd. A+. I just have it in me. I'm like, we got to get the hell out of here. We're not staying for the standing ovation. We're going out of here right now.
Yeah.
My wife and I were the first 2 people to get the valet, and this place was packed, right?
Yeah.
We waited for more than an hour, and I'm just like beside myself, like, any answer yet? We lost it. Lost your car, don't know what happened to it. And I tipped up front? Are you kidding me?
What a vicious beat.
Oh, my God. It was horrible. That was late night on a Saturday, by the way.
Yeah, that's tough.
All right, I'm here for everything Oklahoma City.
Yeah?
70-plus wins is plus 430 at FanDuel. NBA Cup, plus 225, plus 240 in that range. How about Dagnall Coach of the Year? 20 or 25 to 1. Cross-sport parlays. They win 70 games. That guy's got to be live. Real or Fugazi?
I can't go Coach of the Year.
If they win 70 games?
But it's real. They're only plus 430 to win 7. It's happened twice, wasn't it? I need better odds than that.
Their updated win total is 64.5. They might win 65. They might win half that many on accident.
This isn't supposed to happen. Well, 2 things. You're not supposed to win the title and return everyone.
Right.
And you're also not supposed to be better the next year and be even hungrier. That's incredible. It's okay. Most of it's real.
Okay.
Most of it's real.
How about this report from Buster Olney earlier this morning? The Seattle Mariners are expected to be among teams interested in Tarek Skubal. Make that happen, Seattle. Real or Fugazi?
Why?
Oh,
this kills the Tigers.
Well, I know that, but if he goes somewhere...
You want Seattle to make it that bad?
Oh, that would be... Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, that team to make the World Series.
Well, what a ridiculous pitching staff.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's...
How the hell... Like, the Yankees are going to be loaded next year.
What are they going to get for him? Did they throw names out?
Well, no, it would be...
They have to trade for him.
Is it... Would it be a trade? I didn't...
I thought it was a trade.
This is all I saw was the report from Buster Olney.
Okay.
And I'm like, I got super Josh Giddey earlier today when I read that. Where would you want him to go?
I would feel horrible for Tiger fans.
Oh, so would I.
They couldn't keep the guy around.
I'm
They're
saying,
one of the best pitchers in baseball. You can't keep him.
Right. That
That's
would be
a top
number
10
one. My point is, my question is, if he goes somewhere, I think the best landing spot would be Seattle.
Okay.
I'm very intrigued by that.
I'd like to see him go to the Dodgers.
Yeah. By the way, come out of the pen. Do you miss baseball?
Yes, I do.
I do too.
I can't believe it.
It was so good. I know.
The playoffs and the Ohtani props and the damn World Series was great.
Yep. Last one here, Pauly. College football will never be the same. Real or Fugazi?
That's real. Conference realignment, the portal,
Yep.
expanded playoff, SEC, Big Ten running it and calling the shots. And if they don't get their way, they'll cry and try to threaten to do their own thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's. I really have a problem with the super conferences.
That's
and the luck factor. Again, I keep going back to this, but it bothers me. You can't tell me. This was Indiana's schedule last year. Look what Oklahoma at one point was going to play 6 out of 7 against ranked teams.
Yeah.
It's a luck of the draw.
Sure
it's
is.
ridiculous.
Yep.
Hey, I'd have a great team this year. Yeah, but look at your schedule. Oh, I'm not that good. But look at your schedule. It's a luck of the draw. And it's also based on there's so many damn teams. There's 16, 17 teams in a league. How do you make a schedule and determine who's the best and who's worthy of getting those playoff spots based on who you play, who you didn't play?
Mm-hmm.
It's totally random.
But I mean, I have loved the sport for 4 decades. The super conferences really, it's taken a lot out of it for me. I want to go back to Texas and Oklahoma being in the Big 12. I want the Pac-12 back. I know we're never going to reverse it here and go the other way, but this sport's not in better shape today compared to a couple of years ago. Just it isn't. I refuse to believe that. And I'm okay with a 12-team playoff. These super conferences are, oh man, they've crushed it for me.
Yep. And the buyouts and
No, the buyouts.
and
Oh my God.
And plus kids jumping.
Yeah,
The free agency.
portal.
Free agency's here in the portal.
Yeah. Boy, we sound super old, but I guess it is what it is, right? Love that saying, too. Matt Youmans on the program coming up next. He's betting on some big dogs to bark this weekend in college football and the NFL. Get his best bets next here on VSiN.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Now, get some best bets here. NFL, college football. Matt Youmans joins the program now, host of VSiN Primetime, follows us, and the Friday Football Invitational as well. He's on the Progressive Guest Line. Matt, good afternoon. Thanks for popping on here. We talked about this Penn State-Indiana game this week and how this number changed, obviously, from the summertime. But Indiana, they're 6-3 ATS. They take teams out in a body bag. But do you think the Hoosiers are laying too many points this weekend against PSU?
I think so. I mean, Kurt Cignetti at this point is taking no prisoners, but they've also been beating up on some pretty bad Big Ten teams. Penn State's lost 5 in a row, 4 of those down to the wire. Obviously, last week at Ohio State, not the case. It was a 17-14 game at halftime, and some bounces really went the Buckeyes' way in the second half, and they win by 24. But, you know, I was looking through some point spread logs. When's the last time Penn State was a 15-point home dog? You almost have to go back pre-Joe Paterno, but actually after the Jerry Sandusky-Paterno debacle at Penn State, there was a couple of lean years there where the Nittany Lions were double-digit underdogs a couple of times. But bottom line here is that you got 2 of the better running backs in the country, especially Katron Allen, Nicholas Singleton, and I think Ethan Grunkemeyer is going to be a little bit more comfortable at home. This is going to be his 3rd start. He should start to play a little bit better. And the Penn State defense is not a pushover. Indiana did struggle on the road in Iowa City. And, in fact, the Hawkeyes had the Hoosiers dead to rights, and they let them off the hook in the last few minutes of that game. So it wouldn't be a surprise to me to see Indiana have to maybe sweat this one out a little bit. I thought 15 was too big of a number here, so I took it with the Nittany Lions. I will say this, too. This might be the last time I look to bet against Indiana. I think this is a bet-on team. It's been a bet-on team for 2 years. It's a legit team, and Fernando Mendoza is a quarterback I bet to win the Heisman, and I think he's going to win it. So wow. Indiana, I'm not looking to fade Indiana. I just think the point spread's a little bit too much here for a home game at Penn State.
It's an all-time coaching job, and it's an all-time call my shot. When he takes the mic at center court, Purdue sucks, so does Ohio State. I'm never taking a backseat to anyone in my life. And just, hey, Google me, I win. I mean, he's incredible, what he's done. Okay, I see the case here. So a lot of complaining last night that A&M wasn't number one in the first rankings. Missouri +7. A&M did struggle and won by 3 at Arkansas and beat Auburn by 6. What do you think here of Missouri at home catching a touchdown?
I want to take Missouri +7. It's going to be home dog week for me for the most part in college football. Penn State, Missouri. I got another one coming up here. But Tigers are off the bye. And previous to the bye, they lost that 17-10 game at Vandy. But I was on Vandy that day, and I was fortunate to win because Missouri was the better team. And there was a big play and a big call in the game that kind of went against the Tigers. And obviously, Bo Perbula, the quarterback transfer from Penn State, went out with an injury. Matt Zoller stepped in, 6'4" freshman quarterback. I thought he played really well. I thought he looked really good against the Vandy defense, stepping in there, 138 yards passing with a touchdown. Ahmad Hardy might be the best running back in the SEC, and this Missouri defense is legit. You know, I know we talk so much about Ohio State and some of the other legit elite defenses. Not enough said about this Missouri defense. The front seven's outstanding, and I think the Tigers are going to be live home dogs here to pull the upset. Look, A&M's played big game after big game after big game. They've had a target on their back. And they're going to have a target when they go on their back into Columbia this weekend. And with Zollers having some game experience stepping in against Vandy, I think Missouri's capable of winning the game. Missouri +7. And when I bet a dog in that range, certainly you have to think the dog's capable of winning. I do think Missouri's got a good shot to pull off the upset here.
Okay, so I'm guessing then you took a little slice of the money line as well?
No doubt.
Okay.
Missouri and the next game we're going to talk about too.
Well, here we go. Yeah, it's the get-out game on the islands, right? Hawaii's hosting San Diego State. Now the Aztecs, like the team at the forefront here to win this conference. I mean, shenanigans, craziness here in the Mountain West. But are they laying too many points here against Hawaii?
I think so. And San Diego's defense has allowed a total of 17 points in the last 3 games.
Wow.
But look at who the Aztecs have played. They played some of the worst teams in the Mountain West, some of the worst offenses in the Mountain West during that stretch. So I think a little bit too much is being made of these really impressive defensive numbers for San Diego State. To me, it's almost like turn back the clock to the Rocky Long era here, where your Aztecs are winning with a subpar quarterback, an elite defense, and a stud running back. Jaden Denegal is, I would say, an average quarterback. He'll make a few plays, but he's not that consistent. Lucky Sutton is a stud running back. Over the last 4 games, he's averaged 22 carries and 121 yards per game against Mountain West defenses. Hawaii is a little bit weak against the run, and that's where I think the Aztecs are going to have their success here. And, you know, why they probably deserve to be favored in this game. But at the same time, I'm talking about these great defensive numbers for the Aztecs and the weak offenses they faced. Hawaii is going to throw a totally different offensive attack at San Diego State. The Aztecs have not seen anything quite like this. And Mike Alejado and an outstanding group of receivers are going to stretch the San Diego State defense. Alejado, over the last 4 games, 385 passing yards per game, and Hawaii has scored 39.3 points over that stretch. Timmy Chang has got an outstanding record as a Honolulu dog, and just based off what I know this Hawaii offense can do, I think San Diego State's defense is going to get exposed a little bit in this game. I expect it to be a high-scoring game, but I think Hawaii's got a great shot to win it, and this number's inflated at 7. I made the number 3. I'll take 7, and I think you're going to see Alejado expose the San Diego State defense.
Okay, so pros bet numbers, not teams. What's the case for the Raiders tomorrow night?
I would say, that's a little bit deceiving. I think there are some bettors who just bet the numbers. But if you don't know the teams, how do you bet the numbers? So you bet numbers and teams. It's a combination of the two. That's why I say there are certain guys like Spanky who just bet the numbers. There are other guys like Aaron Renning who bet the numbers and the teams, and I'm in that category as well. The argument for the Raiders is that the Broncos have been playing with fire. And I mentioned this when we were on the show Monday night. Denver is on a 6-game winning streak right now. 3 of those games I consider lucky wins. And, nobody was a bigger proponent of the Broncos than I was over the summer. But that record's a little bit deceiving right now. They've pulled some great escapes in a few of these games. And Bo Nix was 18 for 37 passing at Houston. Yeah, the Raiders' defense is not the same as the Texans' defense. I get it. But at the same time, I think the Raiders got to be really frustrated and hungry to break through after, after a game they should have won against the Jaguars last week. I know the Las Vegas defense was on that field for 77 plays. It's a short week, a quick turnaround, playing at altitude. I know all of that as a situational handicapper, but I also think this spot's going to be a little bit tricky for the Broncos. See, the Raiders averaged 5.5 yards per play, and they rolled up 331 yards last week. That was mostly due to Brock Bowers being back. I think this Raiders offense is much more dangerous with Brock Bowers. He had 12 catches, 127 yards, 3 touchdowns. I'm going to say I've got a survivor entry that's got the Broncos available on it. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight if I put one of those entries on the Broncos. I'm going to be sweating out this game. If the Broncos win it, I think it's going to be a sweat.
Wow.
So I'm not even sure I want to put that survivor entry on the Broncos. I'm not sure I do. It's not going to surprise me if the Raiders go there and win this game. I think the Raiders won 7 of the last 9 meetings against the Broncos. Damn,
that's strong. Well, one thing I know, Sunday night, this is not going to be a home field advantage at all for the Los Angeles Chargers. This is going to be 90+% Pittsburgh Steelers fans taking over the stadium, and there are 3s out there still in this game. Is that enough for you to buy here on the Steelers?
I am. I'm going to take the Steelers +3, and like you said, I don't think the Chargers really have any home field advantage. In fact, Steelers fans are going to overtake SoFi. But here's the key to me for the game. Joe Alt, again, the second-year stud tackle, is done. The Chargers, I thought the strength of this team was their offensive line, especially their tackles, Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt. Slater lost for the season in August. Alt lost for the season now. Chargers are really thin on the offensive line, and the Steelers did figure some things out on defense last week when they forced the Colts into, 6 turnovers, and I think they were flying all over the field. This is the type of spot where I like Tomlin. I ended up taking the Steelers +3.5 against the Colts. I'm going to stick with Tomlin and the Steelers in this spot, too, because I don't think the Chargers have much of a home field advantage, if any, like you said, and I think their offensive line is going to be a problem here.
Very good. Matt, as always, we appreciate the time. Best of luck this week.
Okay, you bet. Thanks.
Think sports start getting paid for it with Better Picks, the daily fantasy sports app where your sports knowledge turns into cash. Sign up today, get free money and no deposit needed. And when you do deposit, you get a 50% deposit match up to $200. Download Better in the app or Google Play Store or head to better.app. Promo code VSiN for your free money and deposit bonus, better.app.
All right. A lot of dogs there from Matt. Every single one that he's betting this week at this point.
I would be surprised tomorrow if the Raiders have a chance to win in the fourth quarter. I agree with you. It's a vicious spot.
We will recap our bets from last night and tell you what we've added for tonight and beyond with in-pocket plays next here on VSiN.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3 to 1 odds. Nope. 5 to 1. Nope. 10 to 1. You're on.
All right, let's go with the Broncos to be the 1 seed in the AFC at 5 to 1. UNLV Colorado State over 62.5. And BYU plus the 10 against Texas Tech. Adding this, still props late to come out, but the kicking props are up early at Caesars. And this is your big boy Sunday night. It's Dicker against Boswell. Over 3.5 made field goals in the game combined. Yep, bombs away with this one on Sunday night. Going to be fantastic. A lot of stuff going on tonight. As we mentioned, all the props. Oubre 7-0 to the over on his made threes. He's 1.5. Pritchard is 3.5, 7-1 to the under. Derek White is 7-1 to the under. And Oubre is also 6-1 over his points, rebounds, and assist prop as well. And this, thanks to the people, some of the viewers, this is a Malinsky special for the Calgary Flames. They've played 5 of their last 6 games over, and they are back after a long road trip. The Maple Leafs are in action tonight. They played 8 straight overs and go in the first 10. Colorado, 8 in a row. More on this tomorrow with Top Bottom. But there's some action tonight, and check out all the props, the prop analyzer, and the AI projections at VSiN.com. Again, there's a ton of guys on 7-0 and 6-1 runs so far in all the various categories in the NBA.
Right. Props for me last night. That's the way to go so far in the NBA. Sides, not so much, but A.J. Green did it again. Over 2.5 made three-pointers. 8-0 so far in the season. They got blasted by Toronto.
Toronto.
Back-to-back.
Yep.
These spots are difficult for these teams, man.
Yep.
And Josh Giddey went flying way over 38.5 PRA last night. And I think he had 9 3-3 in the first quarter. Like, that's the kind of start that you want in the game in the NBA. I was a little afraid that they were getting blasted. I'm like, oh boy, I hope Donovan doesn't wave the white flag. It was the exact opposite. They came back and won the game. Thunder took a full half to get going last night, so I lost first quarter and first half bets. I split a unit on those two. That was not fun. They came back and killed them, though, in the second half. Harden was very good, by the way, to begin the game. Couldn't miss. As for tonight, Sammy Merrill. Game starts very soon here. Cavaliers laying a big number against the 76ers. They're on a back-to-back, third game in 4 nights. Merrill's back from injury. Before he got banged up, bombs away. 10 threes a game is what he's averaging for the most part. In the game that he got hurt in, he played 18 minutes, still took 6, made 3. I bet over 2.5 earlier today at even money. And Monday night, Paul, I know we're on opposite sides here. Give me the Eagles plus 116 on the money line against the Packers. This now, it started to cut at a very public book here in Las Vegas. The number's down to 2. So what does that tell you? They're all about the favorites in teams like Green Bay. And Green Bay is more public than Philadelphia is. But this number might, I think it keeps going that way. So I want to grab this number while I can.
Think you know sports? Get paid for it. Better Picks, a daily fantasy app where your sports knowledge turns into real cash fast. Download the Better app. Pick more or less on your favorite player stats. And if your pick hits, you win. New users get free money just for signing up. No deposit required. And when you do deposit, you get a 50% deposit match up to $200. Action year-round. NBA, soccer, UFC, golf, and more at the Better.app or download Better in the App or Google Play Store. Don't forget to use promo code VSiN for your free money and deposit bonus today. I am still shocked, pleasantly surprised at this Week 11 schedule in the NFL. We ran down the numbers earlier with the look-ahead lines, as we do every week. Tampa's at Buffalo. Chicago's at Minnesota. Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. Fireworks, right? Seattle at L.A. to take on the Rams. Kansas City at Denver. The Sunday night game, Lions-Eagles. Oh, man. That is a strong schedule.
What's the, if you could only watch one game next week, which one would you pick?
Oh.
Lions-Philly is...
I got to go Lions. Yeah, I got to go Lions-Eagles.
You know what?
That should have been the NFC title game last year. Got robbed.
I'll go Seattle-Rams.
Yeah?
That's based on future bets that I have on the Rams.
Okay.
I want to see what it's going to look. They haven't played the Seahawks yet, right?
No.
They got them twice coming up?
Mm-hmm. Stroud out. Mills will start for the Texans. Fairbairn is out. Matthew Wright will sign to be the new kicker. And Kyler Murray is on IR. So it's Brissett moving forward. Dowdle practiced off to the side. And it's early, but not looking good for Godwin or Bucky Irving right now for the Buccaneers coming up.
I originally thought the Irving thing was going to be, a few weeks, not like the entire year for the guy.
And sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think the Buccaneers get right this week, though.
Yeah?
I think they beat
spot.
Off the bye. Yeah, I think the Patriots haven't had a bye yet. This will be their 10th consecutive game. It is a good spot for the Buccaneers for sure. What were you going to say? Dana White
spoke to TMZ. According to Dana White, the UFC was alerted by sports betting watchdog Integrity Compliance 360, which you talked about,
right,
before that bout with Dulgarian and Del Valle. Guy was a minus 250 favorite, closed like $1.20, $1.40 in that range. First round submission, or the dog to win in the first round, went from plus 850 to plus 450. Multiple sports books said large bets came in ahead of the fight. Caesars posted refund bets on Bulgarian, the favorite. So did William Hill. Bulgarian was cut shortly after the result. Here's what White said. They told us about what was going on. And the unusual activity, we get the alerts. I talked to the FBI. We then called the fighter and his lawyer and said, what's going on? Are you injured? Has anyone approached you? Bulgarian said, absolutely not. I'm going to kill this guy. Then it plays out the first round finish. First thing we did was call the FBI. I met the FBI twice on Tuesday. He acknowledged the serious nature of fight fixing. And he went off on that report that there are 100 fights that have been flagged and called it clickbait. We watch every single fight that happens in the UFC. That's what he said. And it's still, I know Lou said it and others, and Thomas Gable about, you were told about this and pretty much expected to cancel the fight and you let it go on anyways, but.
Well, good for White for sharing that information.
Right.
Then
that is big that they called him out and said, or called them and said, what's going on? He goes, nothing. I'm going to beat this guy. I'm ready to go. And then, again, I'm not an expert, but between Cormier and Chiesa, just saying the guy, to me, looks like the guy's not even fighting back.
Right.
And he just lets him, pretty much take him out with the chokehold, and he submits, and that's it. And didn't show anything in the fight, and Chiesa gave him an F- afterwards.
And you were alerted to this when it was happening, right? Like before the fight?
Yeah,
all
these big bets coming.
Yeah, there's some funny business
here,
right now.
20,000 there, right. And specifically jamming kiosk and betting first-round finish. And then most books remove that option out.
So if Major League Baseball pitchers like Emmanuel Clase, who is like Cy Young worthy 2 years ago and has a chance to make millions upon millions of dollars, and he's going to get involved in first pitch, strike, ball nonsense, do you think this is ever going to change with UFC fighters who are making $4,000 a fight?
Well, Dana White's comeback is you're going to prison and you're stupid, and that's just they should know what the consequences are. Yeah.
You're not going to be able to fix stupid, though.
Yeah, I know. You're right. I lived in Minnesota when Jesse Ventura was the governor, and his line was, you can't govern stupidity. And crazy stuff that happened. So you're right about that. I mean, the Rozier thing. I agree with Barkley. That's sheer stupidity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
100%.
trying to help out a buddy. Here, I'll tell my buddy.
Making $25 million a year.
Then he'll sell the information. I'll go out with an injury, whatever it is. I mean, it's not to me. It's Kenny Smith was out of line, but way out with the gambling addiction thing.
Sure.
It's just sheer stupidity. You're making $25 million a year, and we'll see what happens with the Phillips stuff too.
How about this? Okay. Cardinals, Seahawks this week. Brissett's in, like we talked about. Murray on IR. Going to miss some more games here coming up. Props are out for Marvin Harrison. Tricky game. Seattle's defense, very good.
Low 50s again?
That's the smallest number I can find is 55.5.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Right back with that. Yeah, over. I can't get off JSN. I've been on JSN every week. Can't quit him either. I'm interested to see what the
Oh, my God, he's 99.5.
The AI I bet the AI says he has like about 20 again. They've been right every week.
Yeah. Yeah, and Darnold will probably be like 290 per their numbers.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you, this might be something to really monitor with Marvin Harrison. In the right landing spot, that guy, on accident, almost has to be a stud at the NFL level. He was so good in college. And while we heard about...
I might reverse course. I just don't think Murray threw to him. And they didn't have a report.
And I think Murray stinks.
Could be.
I think there's a little bit of that baked in as well.
Yeah. First ever game, he's wide open for a touchdown.
Yes, that's
he missed him. Maybe, there's something there, maybe.
Where it's that whole year and a half, boy, Marvin Harrison bust. Maybe not. Maybe it's his quarterback, and that's the problem. Prime time is next. Brown Samich, 4 strong hours leading into Dustin with cashing out. Wake up early tomorrow. Jensen and Dave, VSiN by the books. Good luck tonight.